So if you follow the Auburn football program closely, or you like me, you have a lot of Auburn friends and fans on your social media timeline, you know that the talk of their universe right now is Jackson State University head coach Deion Sanders possibly coming to Auburn to take over the reins as head coach after Brian Harsin is inevitably, which I believe, let go from Auburn University. Let's dive into it. First things first. Let's talk about economics over emotion. All right, that's going to be a recurring theme in this video. Economics over emotion. Coach Malzahn, left Auburn to the tune of $21.45 million. That's what his buyout cost Auburn. And if Brian Harsin were to leave anytime soon, it would cost Auburn University $15 million. Now, with these buyouts, there's always wiggle room to negotiate it down. But with the way that Brian Harsin has been treated by the Auburn Boosters administration and even some fans, I don't think his agent is going to leave a lot of wiggle room for negotiation if he leaves. Now, Auburn is not a broke school by any stretch of the imagination. They got a lot of endowment dollars, a lot of booster dollars, and then the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, is also a graduate. That doesn't help or doesn't hurt to have him in your back pocket. But that's a lot of cake for anybody when you're talking about over 30-something million plus what it would take to land a big name head coach. That's not smart economics. So I know some people are watching this. Well, man, what about the airplane that left Jackson going straight to Auburn after Auburn lost that game? I think it's been confirmed that flight did happen, and I personally believe that either Coach Sanders or members of his team were on that flight. But Deion Sanders is also a very smart man with smart people around him. And I preface what I'm about to say by saying this. Deion Sanders has earned the right to go to whatever school he wants to. He's a great coach. He's proved to be a great human being. So wherever he wants to go, that's his business. He can take care of his family. He should be able to choose to go wherever he wants to go. But I also say I don't think that Auburn University has created an environment conducive to hiring a great head coach. I just don't think they have it together as a household down there to make it an appealing job. If Auburn had any shot of landing Deion Sanders, and I'm saying they had a shot, I think it went out of the window when they fired their athletic director, Alan Green. It doesn't look like he left on pleasant terms. It doesn't look like Malzahn left on pleasant terms. It doesn't look like Coach Harsin is going to leave on pleasant terms. So why would Deion Sanders willingly go into a situation where he knows he's probably not going to get the full support of the boosters and administration if he's not creating W's immediately? It's just not smart. So why would he take a plane to Auburn, Jermaine? If you follow politics and you follow big money, you know that one of the rules is don't create unnecessary enemies. I think him going to listen to these Power 5 schools is just him being nice, going in, smiling, shaking hands, and saying, hey, I heard you out. Even though we're going to decline, I don't want to not take your call and create an unnecessary enemy. He's done it before. He's taken a lot of different interviews, and it just wasn't something that he decided to do. He is all in on this HBCU thing. People have to understand that, yes, he attended Florida State University as an undergrad, but he is a graduate, an official graduate of an HBCU, Talladega College, which is only 40 minutes from where I sit right now in Birmingham. So, matter of fact, if you don't believe me, listen to Coach Deion Sanders in his own words talk about what it means to him to be in this HBCU universe.
You've said that you had Power 5 interviews. You knocked them out of the park. You probably could have gone there, but that God called you to Jackson State in the HBCU. What were you called there to do specifically, you think?
Level the playing field, challenge status quo, bring resources, expose things that need to be exposed, but give these kids the attention, love, and compassion that they need. I mean, oftentimes HBCUs are underfunded and overlooked. I can help with that.
So, in closing, I would just like to say that living down here in the conservative South, I think a lot of people put emotions over economics, but there are entities that are smartly and wisely putting economics over emotion. I think there's a reason that all of the head coaches in Mississippi took a stand together to get the Confederate flag removed from their state flag. I think there's a reason that NASCAR removed and banned the Confederate flag from all of their sports. I think there's a reason that Coach Nick Saban marched hand in hand with his black and minority players. And the examples keep going on. What I'm trying to tell you is there's a culture shift happening. Whether it's meaningful or whether it's even sincere, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. And what's really happening is you're having black talent, black coaches, black players, black assistants. They're saying, listen, we're not trying to change your mind about how you feel about anything. If you want to wave the Confederate flag, if you want to align yourselves with all of these different political things, we're not trying to change your mind. Do what you do, but I'll go over here and do it elsewhere. And I think that's the message that Coach Sanders is sending by staying at Jackson State University. And he's even dealing with all the issues. I don't even know if they have running water in Jackson, which is the state capital right now at the time of this video, because of the issues that they have. But it would just be a lot to get him to Auburn. And then he just signed on the number one cornerback and Travis Hunter. He still has children enrolled at Jackson State and all of those recruits down there. I think he's building and not ready to leave that. But I think that's the only emotional part. But even with that, there's some economics behind it because it's not about ownership anymore. It's about partnerships. And you want to create partnerships with people that can help your brand and your team win on and off the field. I don't think Auburn is a place right now that's doing that. Do you think I'm on to something? You think I'm completely wrong, completely right? You think Coach Sanders may leave Jackson State? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.